All right, YouTube, we have a package. More fades. You see it, you see it, you see it. So I'm about to open this up and I'm about to see what this is. Second package. This is our second package. So SUPRENT, they sent me a pair of clippers and they sent me a pair of trimmers. Now let's open this up. The packaging, it look all right, you know, but it's all about what them things do on the head. Pause. My first thought of them, they look like the low pros. So these are my low pros, and these are the SUPRENT. Oh, it's kind of cool. They have it right at the bottom, you know, how much battery life you have. So that's kind of cool. Now we're gonna open up the clipper. And this is the clipper. I like how it have the glass case and it has like a little design like right in the middle. That's pretty cool. And this feel like, it kind of feel like the Low Pro also. Oh, I love the click. I'm a huge fan in the clicks, huge. They come pretty close as well, so it look like they set pretty nice. And it sound quiet. This one as well, it have the 91%. So I do like that feature that show you your battery life right at the bottom. Because I ain't gonna lie, I run my clippers all day until them joints go dead. But yeah, and this kind of remind me as the Low Pro as well, which is like crazy. And I'm a huge fan of the Low Pros. I just love the way the clipper feel in my hand. And this is a SUPRENT. So I'm going to cut with these all day. And at the end of the video, I'm just gonna give you guys my honest review on them, how I like the way that they cut. You know, do they eat through the hair? Is the trimmer sharp? So we gonna see, but I am gonna run them all day. I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
What up, YouTube fam? On this video, I will be doing a medium skin taper with a 5 on top. As always, you want to comb the hair out, looking for any cowlicks, and you are lifting the hair up the scalp, and it's easier for the guard to feed through the hair. So I slapped on the number 5 guard, and I went close. And with hair texture like this, you always want to go against the grain. And these SUPRENTs, man, like, first thought on them, they are very, very powerful, and they definitely rip through the hair. And a standard blade that comes on the clipper is a taper blade. It's a special kind of blade as well. The blade is reduced heat, and it's supposed to keep the blade a lot cooler so it doesn't heat up on you and it doesn't get hot and it doesn't burn the client's skin. So that's pretty cool as well. It's supposed to be a little bit sharper as well, so taking out them guidelines should not be as hard. I did not zero gap the clippers all the way, so we just gonna use it fresh out the box. So you see me picked up the trimmer, and you can see the trimmers are hitting right off the box as well. And I'm just going right in, setting in my first guideline, lever open, going up about 1 inch. Then you see me close the lever up, and you see me start to tap at the guideline. Once I see the guideline shift up, then I will gradually open up my lever until I am halfway, which I am now, and I should be at the top of the guideline, and your line should be completely faded out. And I did not have any problems taking out that line. So for me not to zero gap these clippers, I was very impressed. Then my next step, I threw on the 1 guard close, and I'm going up again about 1 inch, keeping everything nice and consistent. And you see me going over the guideline multiple times. Then I threw on the half guard, and I am halfway in the lever, and I am feathering out the line using the hilt of the blade. Once I see that lighten up for me, I will close my lever up 1 notch, and I will go a little bit lower than I just was. Then I'm going to throw on the number 2 guard, and I'm just going to start to soften up this line. And you see me using the scoop out motion. Why am I using the scoop out motion? Well, because I do not want to create a harsh line. So you see me scooping out because we do not want to create a harsh line. If I was to just take my clipper straight up and stop, you will create a line for yourself. Now, I threw on the number 1 guard, and I am open. And you see me, I have my clipper tilted. The reason why I have it tilted, because I am not trying to take off a lot of hair. So I have it angled, and I'm tilting the blade, and I am cutting less hair. Now, if I was to have this clipper flat on my client's head, I will be cutting more hair. The more you have it angled, the less hair you are going to cut off. You know, it's about having clipper control and knowing how to use your tools. And once I feel like my transition is light enough, you see me close my clipper up all the way, and I'm just going to go at the bottom of that guideline and take out the rest of the line. Now we're going to start on the side taper. We're going to start right in the middle of his C-cup. Then I threw on the number 3 guard to start debulking out this area. So these are the guards that came with the clipper. So we're going to use these and see how we like them. Next, I go clipper open, and I'm going up about 1 inch. I am going to stretch out this blend, so I'm going to make my guidelines a little bit wider. If you want to have a tighter blend, just make your guidelines a little bit smaller. To take out this line, I start closed, I tap at the line. Once I see the line shift up, I will gradually open up my lever until I am halfway. Then we're going to throw on the 1 guard, and we going up about 1 inch as well. And you see, since I'm working in a tighter area, I'm using just the corner of the blade. I do not want to use the full blade when I am working such in a small area. Then we're going to throw on the half guard, and I start halfway in the lever, which means I should be halfway in my fade. And I'm still using the corner of the blade, as you can see. Now, once I see that transition starting to lighten up, I will close my lever, and I'm going to go a little bit lower than I just was halfway. The more you are closing the lever, the lower you need to be fading. Then I throw on the 2 guard, and we're going to start to lighten up our next transition. And I'm just running the clipper straight up off my client's head because I am not trying to create another guideline. So you can run it straight up, or you can use your scoop out motion. You see me just running over that transition. Then we're going to throw on the 1 guard, and I'm just going to feather out the rest of this line. Now, when I say that I am feathering out a line, I am using very, very light pressure, and I am using just the hilt of the blade. And to be honest, I was very surprised how quiet these clippers were, and the ergonomics felt really good in my hands. These clippers are on the bulkier side, and I really don't like when clippers are like too bulky in my hands, but these actually fit perfectly in my hands, and I was able to control the clipper a lot. But you can see we still working on taking this line out, using just the corners, adjusting my lever as needed, and we just taking our time, man, enjoying the clipper, having fun, trying to get my guy blurry as possible. Now we're going to pick up the trimmer, and we're going to line up his neckline, and these are fresh out the box, and you can see, man, they hitting. Then we're going to brush everything down, and we're going to just come behind the ear and give him a nice little arch. Now we're going to line up his C-cup area. I like to start right at the bottom of his vertical bar. Then I like to come to the bottom, Then I like to just draw in my C. And these things really did hit right out the box, man. That's why I didn't zero gap none of my tools, because I wanted to see how they was gonna hit fresh out the box for me. This clipper have a torque brushless motor that produced 78,000 RMP. So this is a powerful brushless motor. It also have about 2 hours runtime without charging. It comes with a stable power dock, which is pretty cool because nowadays a lot of clippers do not come with the charging docks. It also have a cool feature when your battery is charging. Once the temperature hits 60 degrees, it will automatically stop charging so your clipper will not get too hot. And once the battery cools down a little, it will continue charging itself. And it does that to prevent battery explosion during the charging stages. Another thing that's pretty cool, it automatically cuts off once the battery is fully charged to prevent your battery from overcharging. So you know how you have your clipper just on a dock and it constantly just blinks? With this clipper, when the battery is fully charged, it would no longer blink anymore. And that's actually wild crazy when you really think about it, because I keep all my tools charging overnight, and when I come in the next day, all my tools are still blinking. And it's like, why don't it just shut off when it's fully charged? So I ain't gonna lie, they got me on that one. That was very, very smart of them to come up with something like that. I like that one. And the blade is a ceramic taper blade and is made out of carbon to reduce the friction. And since the blade is ceramic, it comes a little bit sharper. And what they mean by reducing the friction, it basically means your blade is not going to get hot. It should stay cool on you while cutting for a long period of time. And the ergonomics of this clipper is very good as well. That's something that's very important to me because I do not have big hands. My hands are small. So the way how the clipper fits in my hands, that means a lot. Like, I have to be comfortable with the tools that I am using, and these clippers fit perfectly in my hands. And I pick back up the trimmer and just line it up his neckline, and you can see, man, these joints they slicing and they dicing. They doing what they are supposed to do, tapping and going. And I really don't have to go over the line so many times, which means, you know, they tap and goes. That's what I like. You can see me setting in my C-cup, making it natural as possible. And they putting in a nice sharp line. And look how much that taper just popped out. Now we're gonna line up his front edge. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. I wasn't in focus. I thought I was. But you can see I started right in the middle and I'll work my way to his weakest side, making this straightest line I possibly can. And they hit, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, they some hitters. And I am very impressed with the clipper and the trimmer. And this is how my client came in looking. It was definitely time for a cut, but you know, it's our job as barbers to get in that bag and perform that surgery and bring our clients back to life. And you already know I had to hit my boy with that BLURRY taper. And if you like these SUPRENTs that I've been using, you can go to SUPRENT.com. Use my discount code MOREFADES to save you some bread at checkout. And don't forget about my giveaway this Friday Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, message me on Instagram and type done, and you will get a chance to win a pair of JRLs. And I'll see you guys on the next video.